Hey guys, so I'm here doing my breakfast mukbang. Good morning. And I have bacon, scrambled eggs, and toast. So I wanted to kind of just get started with the conversation. And today's conversation is haters can be your biggest motivation. So let me get my first bite. So I'm usually up at night and watching my favorite shows. Like, I think I started binge watching on Netflix shows like Shameless, Being Mary Jane, Orange is the New Black. Nurse Jackie is my favorite. Oh, everybody's gotta see Nurse Jackie. And Being Mary Jane. I didn't think I would like Being Mary Jane. I don't know why. I think because I'm not a fan of Scandal. And I thought Being Mary Jane was just gonna be about, I don't know, single women dating. It is, but it's not. There's more depth to it. So I guess my point is that I am an avid reader. And my latest favorite book is The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. I really love her story because she's so successful. It's almost like she's blindsided the industry with her success. But when she talks about it, she really comes from a very humble place, which I really like. She talks about, I think what's fascinating about her is that she has children, but she's not married, and that she never wants to get married because she's basically married to her career, but her career is more so her passion. So she talks about her childhood and loving reading, and how much what she does is just who she is. And I think everybody should have a life like that. She says anybody who says that they're doing it all, she says they're just a liar because every time she's doing something for work, she's probably missing something at home with her kids. And when she's at home with her kids, she's missing something important at work. So she says there's always a fail happening at some point throughout, her following her dreams and living her passion. But she says that that's just how that goes, and you have to make peace with that. And I agree. So I feel like my books are my therapy. I do have a therapist. I think everybody should get one. And I feel like everybody should be able to carve out their own niche in life. I think that's very important. For anybody's peace of mind. That's good coffee. And so I was going through the books I've been reading. I'm not even sure it's been a whole year. I think it's been a whole year. I think I started reading. I subscribed to Audible in October of 2020, and I've been listening to books ever since. Oh my god, I can't get enough. I even have the Libby app from the library, which anybody who has a public library in their state or in their city can get the Libby app and listen to audiobooks. I love audiobooks. You can listen to like Kindle books too. But I feel just having access to the books is exciting for me. I've always been a library baby. And now I can have access to the library from my phone. It's just like, it's amazing because the people who actually go out of their way to the library love books. Love books. And I remember when I was a little girl, my mom and dad were in college, so they would take us to the USC library in LA. I forget what street it's off of, but anybody who's from LA knows where that library is. And it's by the museums, it's by the USC campus, and it's a library that my mom and dad used to take us to when we were little kids. And I remember just running around in the kids section of the library, just having a great time. And then finally, I went to the library so much that I remember even in college going back to that library and doing some term papers and research papers. So, I've had a lot of joyous experiences at the library. So much so that I took my kids to the library, and they are basically library babies. I even enjoyed taking them where they had access to DVDs and had their own sense of fulfillment. They're science nerds, so they used to watch things like Bill Nye the Science Guy, and that was fun to experience my children having a love of science through the library. Super Golden Cup. I thought it would be appropriate. So last night, I started The Path Made Clear by Oprah Winfrey. Excellent book. And she really kind of deep dives into finding out how people discovered their purpose in life, which I think everybody should do. Like, why should you do something that you don't really care about or love? Everybody at least should risk being able to do something that they really, really were meant to do. And she tells her story. That's how she found that. But she said she was a news journalist and she was outside doing things. She said she used to have to force herself to get up in the morning. And then when she was kind of experiencing a little bit of discrimination because of the way she looked, she was like moved to co-host on a morning show. And she said after that day, she never worked again. She said she found her calling. That it was just what was everything about who she was. And that was how she knew she was meant to be a talk show host. When you hear people like Oprah tell you how they found out how to do what they do, you really listen. It's not about the money either, you know? I don't think money could ever make anyone happy. And when you do anything just with the idea of the end game is money, that's probably never gonna work. That's why I wanna write a book for my children, my adult children, just reminding them, you know, what's important in life, how to navigate, how to, you know, stay living your purpose. Because I raised my kids to live their purpose. They came out the womb being taught that. And they've managed to just do it very well. I'm actually gonna redesign my studio. I'm just waiting for some things so that I can show off my kids' artwork. That's my whole life is my children. And I just want to dedicate part of what I do every day to them. They do inspire me every day. So getting back to my first thought about how haters can be your greatest motivation. It's like sometimes family and friends can be the biggest disappointments when you're trying to do your own thing and start your own business, or, you know, just venture out outside the box. You take cheap shots, low blows, and you just want to not let it get you down. I mean, it probably does, but you have to process it and realize that it's more about them than it is about you. And recognize that not everybody is going to be your cheerleader. Understand that you don't need any type of validation. They don't need to co-sign what you're doing. And be okay with that. Because ultimately, when people live their purpose and follow their dreams, it's really about, I think, conquering your own fears. And really, sometimes it comes from a place where you feel like, I'm desperate to not be in a bad situation anymore, or I really want to be able to, I guess, not do something I hate every day. You know, like sometimes you moan and groan when you have to go to work. I don't, because I found something I really actually love. It kind of, it falls under the category of what I already love to do, which is help people. I help people for free. So I feel like whenever I get to go to work and I help people, I'm fine. You know, it's my lane. Um, but I want to expand on that. And that's why I am just dreaming up all the different things I can do to be a bigger, better me. Why not? I think, I posted on my Facebook group page today. I scheduled it to post this morning that yesterday's history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So that's something I always want to remember in my days, that I have never been promised tomorrow. Being an asthmatic baby, I am more in tune with my mortality than maybe most, but I feel like I have to make the most of today. And if I don't make the most of the day, that's fine. That's a choice too. I don't feel like if you're not going, that you're not staying productive. You can make time for relaxation and doing nothing. Sometimes doing nothing is the best kind of day to plan. Plan on doing absolutely nothing. I promise you I do it all the time. And like I said, having money isn't the most important thing, and I don't buy into name brands like Louis Vuitton. It's like, Louis Vuitton has enough money. He doesn't need any of mine. And I think that that's got me through a lot of rationalizations as to whether or not I'm going to buy something that's overpriced based on a brand name. I'm like, I won't, because I don't need validation from wearing this. It's like I have nobody that I'm trying to impress, and I'm not impressed by it. So I have no reason to buy into Louis Vuitton or Marc Jacobs or any other kind of brand name. Not that, to each his own. Those are people who love it, love it. I don't, and I don't have to. And I'm fine with that. So I can't wait to to create more content. So just look out for me. Conversations with Dannette. Until the next conversation.